Rick here. I'm just at BC Brick here. Just doing a project around the garden bed for a customer of mine. And I was just talking to one of the staff members inside, right? And just saying how, you know, this industry is so broad. And, you know, a lot of guys too, okay, they'll sometimes just specialize in one particular area of masonry, okay? Whether it's laying paving stones or doing chimney work or, you know, doing tile work, right? They won't do anything else, right? And I was just saying to him that, you know, you see the guys in the industry, it doesn't matter what industry is, whether it's masonry, glazing, right? Just a lot of the guys are very old, and you know, a lot of them don't look that young anymore. And if they don't pass on their skill to a younger generation coming up, you know, the industry's going to be in trouble, right? Because they'll have a shortage of workers. Okay. Some good and bad things about that. The good things, okay, if there's a shortage, likely the wages will be higher, okay, because you just have a less skilled laborers doing the work, right? And because masonry, the industry is very broad, okay, and you have to remember too, sometimes they're coming out with different styles of bricks too, right? And fasteners, okay? And the guys in the industry, well, they have to sometimes learn, okay, the new technique of installing it, right? I've heard of masonry guys out there making good money, okay? And you know, if you're very good at what you do, yeah, you'll find lots of work out there, okay? Because I seen guys, okay, they're laying block, okay, and it's for a side of a commercial building, okay, and I wouldn't be surprised those guys, that's all they're doing is they're just laying block, okay, they're not doing anything else, okay, just like the guys that are laying brick, okay, there's some guys that just lay brick, they don't do anything else, okay. And you know, I've seen some disaster jobs, even heard of some disaster jobs. My bookkeeper was telling me how there was a person, okay, his neighbor, his neighbor, okay, in the commercial building beside him, okay, the guy was laying cinder block, okay, and he went too high with it, and he didn't put reinforced rebar inside, okay. To make a long story short, okay, the cinder blocks, okay, they fell over to his side, crashed through his roof, okay, and lucky it was, I think it was on a weekend, so it didn't injure anybody. But you have to remember, if that hit somebody's head, yeah, it would probably kill them for sure. So I'm not sure what happened actually. Of course, they had to pay for the damages, right? But I think it was a lot of money, okay? So you really have to know what you're doing, because yeah, if you make a big mistake, sometimes it'll cost in the tens of thousands of dollars, right? And you know, you have to be careful out there, because yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, you could sometimes, yeah, cause thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage, right? See, remember too, block, okay, even brick, okay, it's really heavy, okay, like these forklifts, okay, you know, stacking these bricks up, right, these blocks, yeah, it's a lot of weight. It's probably a what is it, a lot of wear and tear on the forklifts, okay, compared to maybe some other things that only weigh maybe, I know, 1/5 or 1/6 of what some of these pallets weigh of concrete, right? You see all of them stacked up on one another here, okay? They got a number of guys working in the yard too, okay? And yeah, I notice it's very dusty, because I see that, okay, they're selling brick and cinder block, right? But because if you look at the video here, okay, over there there's sand and there's gravel, right? So it's just yeah, no, yeah,
he was here before.
thanks. So I just finished a job here, okay? I'm doing a job in Vancouver, a masonry job, okay? I'm putting concrete paver edges in around the garden bed for a customer of mine. And, okay, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, these are concrete paving edger. See that there? That's a concrete paving edger, okay? Now there's different, okay, at my supplier in Richmond, okay, they only had one color, or sorry, two different colors. There's the standard gray, and then there was this red color. This is the red color here, okay? That's what it looks like. They're roughly all about the same width, okay? About 15, 16 inches in width, okay? And I think this one's about 8 inches in height, okay? Okay, I'll show you what they had before. You see this rubber piece right here, okay? That's what they had before, and that's what it looks like, okay? Going around the garden bed area, okay? They just want to see what it looks like first on one side. If they like it, then they'll get the other side done, okay? See, that's what it looks like, okay? Looks pretty nice, eh? And then I'm gonna backfill the backside with dirt right there, right, going around, okay? Because I had to dig it out and, you know, bury the base of the concrete guarding edges a bit, but it looks quite nice. I'll just stand back here, sit down, give you a better look at it. See, that's what it looks like. Is that nice? You know, so each of these pieces, $4.65 each, okay? And I think they're roughly all around that price range, between $4 and $8, okay? And I see the standard gray one in a lot of people's homes around Vancouver, okay? And you know, it looks quite nice, okay? Remember, it's going to last too, right? Because it's concrete, and you know, it's you know, concrete, you know, looks nice, okay? They make a lot of different things out of concrete, and yeah, like I say, you know, I see a lot of you know, the standard gray around people's homes in the garden bed, but I myself, you know, I like it to have a bit of color, and same with the customer, they like the red too, okay? At first I was going to get the aggregate stone look, okay? This was the face of it, this way it looks like a bit, right? You know, but they didn't have that in stock, so I asked the customer, you know, do you want to go with, can you go with a different style instead? So they chose the red one, and I think, in my opinion, I think the red one actually looks a lot nicer, because remember, the aggregate stone one, I think it was almost like 3 inch taller, okay? And I think that sometimes that's maybe too tall, okay? It just, you know, doesn't look good if it's too tall, okay? So I'm gonna backfill with some soil right now, and then the job will be finished here. And yeah, hopefully the customer, you know, get the other side done as well. I have to take a measurement of the length of it,